bringing you something that I'm pretty sure has never been done in the history of podcasting, which is I'm bringing you a conversation with someone who specializes in a side of the internet that is not widely publicized, yet most people know about its existence. Today we're having a conversation with someone who, amongst other exploits on the internet, is a professional when it comes to the banning and unbanning of Instagram accounts. Does that sound accurate?
I'd say so. Just about right.
I guess maybe let's just kind of zero in on that. How did you enter into the world of having this kind of power over social media?
Think to yourself like anybody else that got their Instagram page banned. Excuse me. Like think about how many times have you had somebody call you and be like, "Bro, my page got banned. My page got hacked."
All the time. I'm in the world all the time.
So same thing happened to me years ago, and I'm like, imagine at this point, this is like 6 years ago, and I'm just working like I'm a normal person at this point. I'm setting tile, doing construction, and I'm living in my car. No money, nothing. And I lost my own personal page, and the only reason that I needed it back was because I had like all of my like family member photos. And this is the number one thing, by the way, like the people that come to me now, one of the number one reasons that they need their account back, aside from the people that need it for business, the people that need it because they make money on Instagram, is they just want their loved ones back. You know, they want the photos of them. There's accounts they follow that are private that they can't, you know what I mean? Obviously you can't follow back because the person is unfortunately deceased, right? So for me, when that happened, anyways, I started looking and trying to find somehow, some way how I can get my account unbanned, right? And I don't want to get into too much detail. Obviously, it's like anything else. I don't want to like give up my secret
sauce.
Yeah, but it's like anything else. I will say it to everybody publicly, and I'll put it this way: I could give you the recipe anyways. The sauce is not going to taste the same. You know what I mean? It's like anything else. You have 1,000 podcasts out there. There's only one no jumper, right? There's 1,000 people that can have these same cameras and same staff and same thing, but there's only one no jumper, right? It's the same concept. So for me, when I was able to find that person, I realized like the amount of money that person charged me, I realized really quick, I was like, I feel like I'm kind of onto something, right? And from that point, like I didn't realize I had a business at that point either. So I didn't think about it, got my page back from the person. A couple weeks later, another one of my friends mentioned they lost their page, you know, and I was like, okay, I paid X amount of dollars that time. Now let me charge this guy a couple grand. Let me make a couple dollars. And when I did, it just, from that point, that first person was one of the, like, it was a very, very prominent LA trapper. And from then it kind of just snowballed into the business that I have now. Like in the trap community in LA, Houston, Miami, you know, most of the Midwest as well. When I mentioned Houston and Texas, like you honestly, you can't really like get on Instagram and trap now without coming through Unlocked.
Really?
You know, bro, I have over 200 people paying us monthly just to be able to be on Instagram. You know, I sat here and I watch half of these people that come on and talk to you, and you look, I'll ask you this way. The last couple of people that came on here, how many times have you had your own people that you're interviewing tell you they got their Instagram page banned and they had to pay to get it back multiple times?
Well, it strikes me that the smart people, no offense, Cali Plug, but I feel like
I didn't want to name drop, for multiple reasons.
Smart people would not admit that they've spent money on it, because I've talked to stars who have told me that they paid to get it back 20 times. And over and over and over, they just have to keep paying to get it back. And I'm like, you realize what's happening to you, right? Like the same person that's getting you it back,
you're getting extorted. So the difference, the reason, that's what I was saying when I go back to the point of saying like, you could have my plugs, you could have, like I said, the recipe, the sauce doesn't taste the same. The reason is like, for us, we didn't come in and want to extort everybody else. Obviously, like there's other people out there that are doing the same thing, right? Faceless with my first $1 million I made on Instagram, I never showed my face, ever. You know what I mean? Like I started the page while living in my car. Those same people that are getting extorted like that on Instagram, like you said the same thing to Cali Plug. You said, hey, you know, you probably shouldn't say that you're willing to pay for your page back 1 million times. Somebody like that, for us, we're not going to go and just keep banning them over and over and over. For us, there's a better solution. Instead of, for every time I ban somebody, it costs money.
What's the solution?
The solution is making them pay monthly.
Okay, so you pay like a monthly, people will pay a monthly fee for protection.
Absolutely.
Why are certain people's accounts at such risk? Explain the climate of Instagram these days that allows for this to even be a thing.
So it's not that necessarily that their accounts are at risk. Like I'll make it very, very simple for everybody to understand. Like Instagram, Facebook, Meta, these are some of the smartest people in the world, right? In the fucking world.
And that's why it's always baffled me that it seems like this system is so easily gamed when there's the smartest minds at work on it.
So, and I'm not going to say what I think or what I know. I'm going to just ask a very simple question. Well, I'm just going to bring up the Cash App scammers alone. How many times do you go on Instagram and you see people give me $100, I'm going to send you 5,000 on Cash App?
I think the same thing. I think how Cash App, biggest company in the world, and they're allowing this to happen.
No, bro, Cash App. Who cares about Cash App? When you look at the top left corner, it says sponsored. There's ads behind it. So you're telling me the smartest company in the world can't make one algorithmic change to catch certain verbiage to change the whole thing from like you being able to promote any type of Cash App scam, stuff like that. This is just one example, by the way. Why? Because of the money. Do you know how much money they make from these guys paying ads? It's just like this.
But Facebook is making the money from those ads.
Meta. Right. It's just like this. The same people that are getting their account unbanned. You don't think for a second the whole unbanned community, you don't think they could just go and spend a couple dollars and stop all of us? Ask yourself. How much money do these people have? It's not like they can or they can't. There's so much. Look, 5 years ago, you didn't have any of this. Cash App was out, all this was out, but you didn't have any of this like bullshit on Instagram going on.
Right.
And they let it happen. The app gets updated. How many times does your app get updated?
I don't know. It's on auto,
but every couple months you'll notice Instagram gets updated. They're always fixing bugs.
But my perspective on the weed game has always been that the trappers, as you said, is that they get their competition's pages deleted left and right because they are in such direct competition that it behooves them to get their enemies taken care of on that. A
lot of these guys come to me and they think somebody else got them banned and they got their self banned. Like Instagram made it very easy for you guys to trap. I will say it again. Instagram made it so easy for you guys to trap and sell weed on there.
In the early days, you're saying?
Today is the easiest time for you to start a trap business on Instagram.
Really?
What is a trap business? You start an Instagram page, okay? You start a Telegram. You pay how many celebrities do we both know that will go? You can DM them. Any normal Joe Schmo can DM them and say, how much is story promo? I'm giving you the whole, like now you're a trap business. The guy says $3,000. Let's say I could name 1 million artists that will do it for $3,000. Big artists, very big artists.
Right.
Now you paid him $3,000. Now you have a Telegram that's popping that has people coming into it. You don't even have to have the bags, have the distro, nothing. You can find somebody else that's already a setup distro, and every person you send to them, you're going to get paid per bag that you sell. Do you understand? Look. All these trappers that you see today, it's not that these are amazing drug dealers. What a trapper is today in the modern world is these are great marketers. This is what these people are. That's the difference. It's the same thing as if you give somebody else the same power I have, the same access I have, whatever. It's just I'm better at marketing it than you. That's all. You know what I mean? I'm better at closing clients than you. It's not trapping today is so much different than a couple years ago. Like 10 years ago, if you owe your drug dealer money, he sends you a message or calls you and says, we're going to come and beat the shit out of you and come to your house, blah, 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 right? Today, if you owe your drug dealer money, he says he's going to post you on your story and on his story and put you on blast. You see the difference?
Right.
It's a completely different world.
Everything's clout-based.
Look, it's the same thing as when we see on the news when they tell us if the U.S. goes to war, we're not going to be in a war where it's like people are invading beaches and jumping out of lakes and fighting. No, it's going to be cyber warfare.